When life gives you lemons, make lemonade. We've all heard that old and famous phrase that's actually rooted in Christian values. It touches on the reality of life's trials and how we should deal with them. It's about making the best out of a negative or difficult situation we find ourselves in. It isn't telling us to pretend that our problems don't exist. On the contrary, it acknowledges that they do exist, but that we must be able to take it and dish it in a peaceful and even creative manner. It's letting go of any bitterness and resentment or vicious thoughts of revenge, all of which are not going to solve the problem. A wonderful story of a young Maori girl in New Zealand exemplifies the spirit of this proverbial expression, that is, of looking on the bright side of life rather than sitting in darkness and plotting to make a bad situation even worse. The Maori, by the way, are the indigenous people from New Zealand. Well, this young Maori girl was captivated by the teaching and the good works of the Christian missionaries in her village. Naturally, she became active in church. Well, one Sunday, as she was coming out of church, she was struck by a potato thrown by a man who resented the presence of missionaries in his village, and also those who had embraced this strange new religion called Christianity. So what did the girl do? She picked up the potato and brought it home. She then cut the potato up, planted it, and harvested it. Eventually, she sought out the man who had thrown the potato at her and presented him with a bushel basket of new potatoes that she had harvested. Today's gospel from Matthew talks about following Jesus. This Maori girl embraced the meaning of discipleship. Because of her optimism and hope, she was able to turn an ugly incident of violence into a moment of reconciliation. She understood what it truly means to follow Jesus. She teaches us that we cannot be disciples by being mere spectators of God's presence. To be authentic followers of Christ, we must become involved in the difficult work of making the reign of God a reality in our own time and place. It isn't always easy, but we can, an emphasis on can, contribute so much to making our world a happier and healthier place by our response. We can follow Jesus in our day-to-day acts of kindness and humility, in our efforts to forgive and seek forgiveness, and in our struggle to imitate his example as the faithful and selfless servant of God. So the next time life hands you a lemon, make lemonade, or lemon cake, or lemon drops, and maybe use the rinds artistically on your cocktail drink. Here's a toast to the gift of life.
Thank you for joining us for this celebration of the Mass. This virtual Mass is broadcast to hundreds of people every day of the week. You know, over 100 years ago, the very first celebrations of the Mass took place on the second floor of the Glenview Public House. It's been inconceivable that 100 years later, we would be reaching so many people all over the world through this technology. If you'd like to support the ongoing broadcasts of OLPH's Masses, please go to our website, go to Give Central, and you'd be able to support the ongoing outreach of this virtual ministry. Thank you for your support. Most of all, thank you for joining us in prayer. God bless you.